night through Papua New Guinea. Thanks for tuning into this special edition of Sports Scene. This is the Team PNG Virtual Farewell, and here in the studio with myself and Lawrence is Samantha Kazman. She's an Olympian. She represented Papua New Guinea, last represented Papua New Guinea at the Rio Olympics in the sport of Taekwondo. Samantha, thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much for having me here. Hello, Papua New Guinea.
All right. Lawrence.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. A big good evening to everyone. 24 hours till we have the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games in Tokyo. What a year it's been. We've been waited 12 months to get where we are, not just us. You just imagine all the athletes training to find out that the Olympics have been deferred after training for 4 years. You got to train for another 12 months just to stay at tip-top condition. I'll start off with that first, Samantha. That must be pretty hard, huh? As an athlete, as an Olympian yourself, attended the Rio Games, that would have been really tough on the body.
It would have been, it was for me, and it would have been extremely tough for the current athletes, having waited so long to get to the Games, the anticipation, the build-up of it all, and having to calm their mind in preparation for their round. So it's...
And even the challenges of having to look for even venues, and most of them had to to like come back in country, like for the likes of Dika, Toua, Morea, they had to leave their training areas and come back to Papua New Guinea and just stay in country for a bit, and that was challenging because all of them had to improvise to stay fit. All right, so coming up on the show, we have, of course, welcome remarks from the president of the PNGOC, Sir John Dawani-Kuram, and also we have Alan Preston, the CEO of Teariki Industries. He will be giving his remarks as well as the major sponsor, and of course the rest of the athletes will be showing later on in the program. So for now, we begin with welcome remarks from the president of the Olympic Committee, Sir John Dawani-Kuram.
Sponsors and partners of Papua New Guinea Olympic Committee and Team PNG, Chef the Mission, Thames and Wortley, and Team PNG to Tokyo, family and friends of our Team PNG, athletes and officials, people of Papua New Guinea. Let me clarify that we are sending 8 athletes and 11 officials only to Tokyo Olympic Games, and not 66 as reported. It gives me great pleasure to farewell and wish Team PNG the very best in Tokyo, and also to announce the flag bearers for Team PNG. My own regret is that I am unable to accompany our team and officials to Tokyo, which could have been my 10th consecutive Olympic Games. However, we are here tonight on this virtual platform because the rules of the game has changed since the onset of COVID pandemic. I am so proud of all of our athletes and officials under the management of Chef the Mission, Thames and Wortley. They will be representing our country at this year's Olympic Games and have sacrificed their time, their education, their jobs to pursue the Olympic dream, especially with the impact of COVID pandemic resulting in the postponement of the Games from 2020 to 2021. I could not imagine what this impact has been on our athletes for the past 14 months, especially their training and focus. It's tested their resilience by adapting with the new norm. This game will see 5 aspiring Olympians who will debut at the Tokyo Games. John Ume, boxing, Olympian 65, competing in 57 to 63 kg. Ryan Maskelyne from swimming, Olympian 64, competing in 200-meter breaststroke event. Teariki Numa from sailing, Olympian 63, competing in men's laser radial event. Rose-Lee Numa from sailing, Olympian 62, competing in women's laser radial event. Rellie Kaputin from athletics, Olympian 66, competing in the long jump event. The other 4 PNG members are Dika from weightlifting, competing in 49 kg event category. Morea from weightlifting, competing in 61 kg category. Judith Meauri, swimming, competing in the 50-meter freestyle event. It is pleasing to note that there is equal representation of gender within our team with 4 males and 4 females in the lineup, and it's according to accepted gender representation by the International Olympic Committee, making Tokyo as the first games to incorporate this. Papua New Guinea, for the first time, will be represented at the opening ceremony of Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games by having dual flag bearers. And I am proud to announce that our flag bearers for Tokyo 2020 will be Dika Toua and Morea. Both weightlifters are champions in their own rights and rightly deserve to be accorded this honor and privilege. For Morea, this will be his second Olympic campaign and is ranked number 1 in Oceania region in his weight category. As for Dika Toua, she will be creating history when she steps onto the podium in Tokyo for being the first female weightlifter in the world in the year 2000 and also the first Papua New Guinean athlete to attend 5 Olympic Games. Congratulations, Dika. At this juncture, I would like to acknowledge and thank all of our sponsors and partners for their support for Team PNG to attend this world event. On behalf of Team PNG, I wish to express my gratitude to the Australian government under the Pacific Coast Sports Program and Olympic Solidarity for funding the preparation of our athletes for the Tokyo Olympics. I am also grateful to our cash sponsors, Teariki Industries, Brian Bell Group, SP Brewery, and Kumo Consolidated Holdings for the much needed cash support, and sponsors in kind, including CPL Group, Jacks of PNG, Colsey Hotels, IBS University, Media Partners, Theodist, Blue 7 Team, The National, ExxonMobil, and New Guinea and Trophy House. And to all those that also supported Team PNG through the purchase of Teariki Fun Run t-shirts and participation in the Prime Minister's Corporate Golf Challenge held in October last year. Your support has enabled our athletes to attend Tokyo Olympics and fly our PNG flag amongst 205 other nations. To our athletes, excellence is not always about winning, but to do our best. It is always admirable to be excellent ambassadors of one's country, exemplifying the qualities of being a good and fair player on and off the field. I can't thank you all enough. You are true champions because you are our best. We wish you all the very best. Do yourself and our country proud, and remember, you are representing people of Papua New Guinea, and you have their support. Farewell, and may God be with you all.
That was the president of the PNG Olympic Committee, Sir John Dawaninkura. We'll go for a break now, and we'll be back with more right here on this special edition of Sports Scene.
All right, welcome back. You're watching Sports Scene. This is the special edition of the Team PNG Virtual Farewell. Really great to have your company this evening. Now, a special message from a major sponsor of Team PNG, Teariki Industries CEO, Mr. Alan Preston.
Teariki has a long and very proud history with Team PNG for over many years through the annual Teariki Fun Run. Our journey with Team PNG spans over 22 years, since 1999, when we became the naming rights sponsor for the Fun Run event. Despite really challenging times now, we're pleased that we can still support Team PNG get to Tokyo 2020 Olympics to represent Papua New Guinea. Through our support, we've been able to send Team PNG to attend 5 Commonwealth Games, 5 Pacific Mini Games, 5 Pacific Games, and this year's Tokyo Games will make it the 7th Olympic Games. The Olympic dream is the aspiration of many of our elite athletes, and we are happy that we can be able to make this dream come true for them. So on behalf of the entire staff and management of Trukai, we'd like to wish Team PNG all the very best in their respective competitions at Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Thank you.
There you go. That was the CEO of Trukai Industries, Alan Preston. Moving on to our next item, we have highlights from Rio Olympics. Now, the opening ceremony is always a spectacle for every Olympics, so let's take a look at this one.
Papouasie-Nouvelle-Guinée.
Papua New Guinea,
Papua New Guinea.
one of the most culturally
Papua
diverse
Nouvelle-Guinée.
countries in the world.
Well, there you go. What a great spectacle it was. The opening ceremony of the Rio Olympic Games. Samantha Kasman, who was part of the Team PNG, represented the sport of Taekwondo, here with us. Samantha, you're right behind Ryan Pinney, the flag bearer at the time.
Yeah.
What a feeling that must have been.
It was amazing, you know, great feeling to be in front of everyone, in front of the world. And it's an experience that I'll never forget.
I mean, all the fireworks and, you know, that whole stadium was just lit up. You, as an athlete, you think to yourself, wow, I've really made it. I'm here at the Olympics.
Beautiful, beautiful opening ceremony. And honestly, I had to pinch myself a few times just to think, is this real?
I mean, for the rest of us who were following it on TV, we got chills, and I can only imagine what it must have been like for the ones right there in that stadium. Wow. Look, we are expecting to see another spectacle tomorrow. Our athletes, the 8 of them who are traveling in right now, some have arrived already. They will be having the same experience again tomorrow. Let's just go through the list of athletes that are there. In weightlifting, we have Dika, Toua, and Morea. In swimming, we have Judith, Meauri, and Ryan Maskelyne. In boxing, we have John Ume. In athletics, we have Rellie Kaputin. And sailing, of course, the siblings Teariki and Rose-Lee Numa. So tomorrow will be their turn to experience that. It's just incredible.
Well, I think for Dika, she's you know, been able to do that for quite a number of Olympics. But you know, the rest of them, there'll be chills down their spines. What do you reckon?
Definitely first timers. You know, all they need to do is set their mind, be focused,
That's right.
you know, just calm their mind. They've trained for it for so long, and this is it. They're going to give it their best.
Of course.
You know, and PNG, we're going to definitely be behind them, supporting them.
That's right. Look, we'll take a break here, and we'll be back with more right here on this special edition of Sports Scene. back, everyone. If you've just joined us, this is a special edition. It's the Team PNG Farewell, Virtual Farewell, right here on Sports Scene. Now, I am holding a flag. So in this next item, we will be re-announcing the flag bearers that will be carrying the PNG flag tomorrow at the opening ceremony of the Olympics. So the flag bearers, as mentioned by Sir John earlier on the show, is Dika, Toua, and Morea. And what you are about to see are pictures from Tokyo. They have just been announced as the flag bearers. So for all your viewers out there, we've asked you to send in videos of yourself passing the flag, showing support for Team PNG. If you have a small flag like this one, please take a video of yourself passing your flag from right to left. And send it in to Sports Scene. Just inbox us on Facebook or call us and we will give you other details, other avenues where you can send in your video to show support for Team PNG. So the flag bearers again, Dika, Toua, and Morea. For the first time, there will be dual flag bearers at the Olympics for us, Papua New Guinea, and none other than our two champions in weightlifting. How great is that, Lawrence?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Congratulations to both Dika and Morea. Totally well deserved, and I'm sure they'll do the country proud. They are, correct me if I'm wrong, Dini, they'll be our first athletes that'll be competing in the Olympics.
Right away. Starting Saturday, we have Dika, and on Sunday, we have Morea competing in the 61 kg, and Dika starting all the competitions for Team PNG. That's about it.
Yeah.
We have Tamsin up next.
Yep, that's right. The chef de mission for Team PNG is none other than Tamsin Rose-Lee. Let's see what she has to say.
Welcome to our Prime Minister, the Honourable James Marape, Wesley Ramanai, Minister for Sports and Higher Education, to the sponsors and partners of the Olympic Committee and Team PNG, and to the President of the Olympic Committee, Sir John Dewanakura, families and friends of our athletes, and the people of Papua New Guinea. I am proud to be representing our country as the chef de mission of Team PNG to the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games in Japan. I am so proud of the resilience and determination displayed by our athletes, coaches and managers in not giving up despite all the challenges over the last year and a half, and their persistence to keep on track as the sporting world faced its largest challenge, with no access to competition. We will be taking a team of 19 to Tokyo, 5 in management and medical, 6 coaches and managers and 8 athletes representing us in the 5 sports of weightlifting, athletics, sailing, boxing and swimming. To the athletes who will be representing our country, you have made sacrifices towards your education, jobs and being away from family to concentrate on training to pursue your Olympic dream, which has now come to fruition. Well done to all of you. Very few people receive the honour of being able to consider themselves an Olympian. This in itself is something to be truly proud of. These Olympics will not be like any other. There will be no crowds in the stands to watch you compete. There will be no opportunity to go cheer on the rest of your team. There will be no chance to go see our host nation. But the core of the Games remains, the opportunity to compete with and against the best of the best, to stand tall as an Olympian, to be the very best, to inspire others and to wear our colours with pride for you and your families. On behalf of Team PNG, I wish to express my gratitude to our family of sponsors, the PNG Government, the Australian Government under the Pacific Ausport Program and Olympic Solidarity for funding the preparations of our athletes for the Tokyo Olympics. I am also grateful to our main corporate sponsors, Trukai Industries, the Brian Bell Group and SP Brewery for the much needed funds. And our suite of sponsors in kind, the CPL Group, Jacks of PNG, Coral Sea Hotels, IBS University, Media Partners, Theodist, the Blue 7 Team, the National, ExxonMobil, Air New Guinea and the Trophy House for partnering us through this pandemic period. Your continued support will see Team PNG fly the red, black and gold amongst the 205 other nations of the world at these Olympics. To our Tokyo-bound athletes, play true, play fair and do your best.
All right, there you go. That's the chef de mission, Tamsin Rose-Lee, just giving us a rundown of the athletes. And of course, a big thanks to all the corporate sponsors for Team PNG. We're going to take a short time out right now on this Team PNG Virtual Farewell right here on Sports Scene.
Welcome back. You're watching this edition of Sports Scene Special. It's the Team PNG Virtual Farewell. Our next item now, we have 4 athletes who will be speaking. First up, we have Morea, one of our weightlifters, also our flag bearer.
Feeling excited. We've been preparing for this Olympics for almost 2 years. Oh. Yes. So yeah, I'm looking forward for this Olympics. This is gonna be my second Olympics, and yeah, I'm really excited to go to this Olympic in Tokyo. There's a lot of challenges, especially in our village or in PNG, because we're not only concentrating on one thing, which is training, and we have a lot of obligations and stuff to do in our family and in our village. So coming down to Melbourne it's really good because we're only concentrating on our training and Olympics.
Well, there you go. That's Morea, and yeah, he's done really well. Congratulations to him, and all the best as he takes on the rest of the world in the weightlifting. Now, to this very special lady, she's also the flag bearer. 5th appearance at the Olympics. Let's take a look at now Dika, Toua.
Yeah, I've been to 4 Olympics so far, and I'm looking forward to this Tokyo Olympics because it will make it my 5th Olympic Games. Every Olympic Games has its unique experience, as I've always said. The level doesn't come down, it keeps going up, so you have to be one step ahead of everyone, trying your best. Achieve that dream and fulfill it of becoming the first female to attend 5 Olympics in weightlifting, and also just go and do my best. I'm not looking at medals at the moment. The results will tell itself on where I place, and yeah. And if I'm lucky enough, then yeah. Hopefully, just crossing my fingers.
I'm telling you all, I get chills every time I see Dika Toua take the podium, time and time and again. Look, we'll just move on straight with our next athlete. This next athlete was in fact the first one to qualify for Team PNG. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at Teariki Numa's interview.
I'd say I'm not as excited as I was when I qualified. But it is what it is. COVID's pretty much not on our side at the moment, so we just got to do whatever we have to keep to be safe and keep the world safe at the same time. But yeah, I'm excited to be representing my country at the Olympics. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Yeah, I think one of the main challenges was mentally, like the things that we had to face in the last 15 months has been enormous. Like, yeah, very mental and very draining. Obviously, coming from PNG, with don't really have a sailing background, and coming here and sailing out of the club, it's quite different because like you get to sail with a couple of boats here, whereas PNG. It's just Rose and I launching every day to train. I mean, not every day. Like we were training just 2 to 3 times a week, and then now we're training 5 to 6 times a week, which is a completely different level, and under supervision of a coach, so completely different. But yeah, so much challenges that we face, financially, mentally, physically, and stuff like that. But thanks to PNG committee for being behind us and stuck with us for thick and thin.
Yes, some great challenges that all our athletes had to face just to get over to the Olympics. Now, sailing have got a little bit of siblings with them, Teariki, and now let's take a look at Rose-Lee Numa.
Yeah, it's exciting. Really excited to know that like we're the athletes representing sailing at the Olympics, especially after our dad. And he was the last representative for sailing. That would have been 29 years ago. I wasn't even born, or neither was Teariki. So yeah, it's quite exciting to experience this. Yeah, it's starting to get nervous and feel so real as like the days go by. But really excited to see what the Olympics is like, especially after hearing it for like my whole life. Glad you mentioned to only mention 1 or 2 challenges because it's immense. We've had a number of challenges, but especially coaching and finding a venue, financial support. It's been really especially hard to find sponsors because of the economy, especially during these times with COVID and everything. So it's been really hard, but with all of this being said, we've had to like sacrifice a lot to really come down here and put our heads in the game and train as much as we can and learn as much as we can. Within like only 2 months to go to the Olympics here, so it's been a really big challenge. They say training is the hard part, but I think the Olympics is not really tough, but I'm just looking at going out there and doing my best.
Yeah, well done, Rose-Lee Numa, and also to Teariki and our flag bearers there, Morea and Dika. This is the Team PNG Virtual Farewell you're watching here on Sportsin. Right after the break, we'll take a look at our other athletes also taking part in the Olympics.
Welcome back. You're watching this special edition of Sportsin. This is the Team PNG Virtual Farewell. Our next athletes up, we have Rellie Kaputin. This athlete had to fight for the sport with another athlete, our sprint queen, Toua whistle for this sport, and she eventually was the highest performing athlete to get this sport to go to the Olympics. Let's take a look.
Well, for me, it's a huge achievement for me to go to the Olympic Games. That has been my childhood dream growing up. So I've been through a lot of challenge coming this far, but the challenge that I've been through gave me a lot of inspiration and motivation to come this far to achieve this Olympic dream. So yeah, going to the Olympics and being there at the opening ceremony, it would be fantastic for me. I mean, it's Olympics. What else can we say about it? It's a really big excitement to be there at the Olympics, walking amongst the other PNG teammates.
All right, well done, Rellie Kaputin, and you know, the Olympics have probably just waited for her to get ready, and she's definitely going to do Team PNG proud and Papua New Guinea. Now, to our boxer, the only boxer participating at the Olympics, let's now take a look at John Ume.
When me feeling it's like one of a kind where kind of Tokyo logo make on something one per man kagi on something and then you just amamas like and then dream logo Olympics like overman sa dream logo Olympics and then time me aeros and me bago and me amamos me wini amamos me. There's so many challenges where I come across na before me logo aman the game should be the Olympic qualifier and back up to Wuhan, which is led on an outbreak happen, but because it's outbreak, so I have to change the Aman. And it's not easy going because kind of restriction and so we have to go competition finish and then come back and prepare the World Championship and then COVID kind of something and then just post and train me outstretch. But me no give up. My coach Mark and talking me no and give up. You may still continue. There's always something but coming ahead of me. So me continue come now.
That was John Ume, our only boxer going to the Olympics. The next athlete is Judith Meauri, our swimmer who is not attending the Olympics for the first time, although this time she's attending, coming off the back of COVID-19 and a lot of other challenges. Let's take a look.
Excited about it actually. So I was I was competing against another girl for the sport. So I was like, I've done all these sacrifices, and then if I don't go, I was like, I gotta make this Olympics. When I got the news that I was on the team, I was very excited. All the sacrifices was all worth it and ready to go. The biggest challenge would be leaving home. That's a big sacrifice for me because I was working and also one of the breadwinners for our house, and having to leave that and my parents, it was a bit tough on me. And then on top of that, I was only supposed to be in Thailand for 12 months, and on top of that, COVID happened, and so my scholarship was extended for another 8 months or so. So it was hard on me and my family, but yeah, we made it through, and yeah, we're gonna make it through this Olympics also. Having been to one Olympics before, it really is an indescribable moment. Really, I got chills on my first opening ceremony. Just walking out, seeing our flag being flown. Yeah, it's really heartwarming, and it humbles me as a Papua New Guinean. Yeah, a proud moment for our country as well. It's an honor. It's an honor to have our flag flown at the Olympics and representing our country. For bearing with me throughout this experience, I know it's tough on everyone. Also, big thank you to PNG Swimming, PNG Olympic Committee for this opportunity, as well as FEMA for this scholarship, and the coaches and house mentors here at the Kanyapura FEMA Development Center.
All right, that's Judith Meauri there, and you know, I've got to say, just going through all these athletes, everyone's got a story to tell, and the experiences of what they were able to go through and get to the Olympics. Well done to all. The other swimmer is Ryan Maskelyne. Let's take a look at what he has to say.
Yeah, it's really special. This will be my first Olympics, and it's something that I've thought about for a long time. Ever since I saw Ryan Pinney swim in the 2008 Olympics, I've always thought I want to go to the Olympics. It's something that I want to do. I want to represent Papua New Guinea at the Olympics on the world stage. So yeah, and it only comes around every 4 years, so it's a huge competition, and it's a great honour. Yeah, there have been a lot of challenges, probably beginning March or April last year, when the whole of the world, I suppose, went into lockdown. And for me, it meant I had to spend 9 weeks out of the water, which was a huge setback for me in my training. And at the time the Olympics got announced that they were going to postpone them for a year, and that was really heartbreaking, because it means another whole year of trying to be at my best. There have been a lot of challenges, but I'm glad I've been able to push through it and have that goal at the end, knowing that they're still going ahead. So yeah. I think I'm going to be very nervous. Like I said, it's going to be my first Olympics. So, and nervous isn't always a bad thing. You know, I always get nervous before my biggest races. So for me, nervous, it's a combination of being scared and excited. And for me, that makes me the most pumped up. And just knowing that I've got all of PNG's backing is just amazing. It's going to just add that other element for me. Yeah, I think I'm going to be very nervous, which for me is a combination of scared and excited. And I always get nervous before my biggest races, and it always pushes me further to do my best. So though I'm saying I'm nervous, it's not a bad thing. I'm excited and I'm ready, and having PNG's backing is giving me that extra element. And yeah, I'm really excited. I just like to thank you for allowing me to represent Team PNG. Like, it's the biggest honor of my life, and it will always be the biggest honor of my life. So thank you all, and I've been given so much support and over the last couple of weeks since it got announced, and yeah, it's just unreal.
swimmer Ryan Maskelyne. Look, Samantha and Lawrence, we will all agree that it's been quite a challenge for them to get there. It still will be a challenge in the next couple of days as they keep safe until competition. But for now, let's just take this time to appreciate what they've done so far to get here.
No, I mean, look, the adversity, the challenges, I mean, you name it. I mean, these guys, and to get to your pinnacle, as we said at the start of the first, in the first segment of our Team PNG Farewell, to get to that pinnacle 12 months ago, and then all of a sudden the games is not on, and then drop again, and then boom, pick it up. I mean, Samantha, that must be hard. That's got to be hard.
It is hard. I can't imagine how they've had to stay focused, and put everything aside and just train for this moment. They've done really well, and I'm proud of them.
And physically, yes, you got to be in tip-top condition.
Oh, yeah.
This is more, I reckon, a mental challenge.
Yes, it is, definitely.
More so, I reckon, more so than physically, because you just got to get into the right mind space to be able to compete at your very best.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Look, we'll move on straight to the uniform reveal, Team PNG uniform reveal. So if we could have it roll on screen right now. Papua New Guinea, your team will be wearing these outfits. Lawrence, I believe this is the walkout uniform?
This is the walkout uniform for the opening ceremony. We've got lovely Samantha there, and that's our sprinter, huh? Samantha, who's that?
Yes, that's Nelson Stone, athletics.
So that's the Team PNG wear for the opening ceremony. This is the casual walkout with the duffel bag, and very nice. We got to get some shirts for us.
Oh yes,
Look right there.
And the tracksuits. I mean, this has always been a favorite of mine, representing Papua New Guinea. And this one here is the Toua shirts that the athletes and Team PNG can wear, which I'm sure. Look at the designs, really looking fantastic there, and something that's good for Team PNG. So really looking forward. Very colourful, the Team PNG uniforms for the Olympic Games. Sam.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. We're going to go for a short break and be back with this special edition of Sports Scene.
Welcome to this special edition of Sports Scene. It's the Team PNG Virtual Farewell. Our next item now, we'll take a look at all the athletes. They'll be commenting about the opening ceremony that's due in 24 hours time. So let's take a look.
Can't wait because it's gonna be a different atmosphere walking in that stadium with the other 7 athletes, and it's a very good experience to. Because it doesn't happen every year, or you have to wait for 4 years to get in that atmosphere, like in that Olympic stadium with all the different countries and all the champions, and it's a good feeling, very good feeling.
Well, I said it's unique because it brings all the world's best to this prestigious event, and it unites. This is one thing that it unites the world. Although we are miles and miles apart but sports brings everyone together. So Olympic Games is one of the best events that I always attend, and you look up to people I used to look up to Katie Freeman. Every time she ran, she inspired me. And when you enter the Olympic Village, you have all the champions that are around you and world's best. So, having that feeling that you are also one of the best, coming from your region and being part of this congregation, and this unity, that's one thing that brings the world together.
Like he's told us stories about the Olympics and stuff like that, and the level of competition, which is the Olympics is pretty much the pinnacle of sport, and representing your country at the Olympics has to be the best thing in the world. Obviously, he's told us about the opening ceremony, but unfortunately, we won't be going to the opening ceremony. But it is what it is. Like I said, we just gotta do whatever we have to do to keep the world safe, and yeah. But yeah, I think it's just something to give back to him, and something to hold on to for the rest of my life, and yeah, it's just something I'll cherish for the rest of my life.
Well, it's insane. I mean, the Olympics is the pinnacle of almost every sport, and to make it that far in our sporting area, that's huge. So, and we've been to a couple of Pacific Games, and we've seen what the opening ceremonies are like. So, yeah, definitely this is the Olympic Games, and it's gonna be huge, especially during this situation. But it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but for myself, I'm always emotional, and walking into that stadium, I will be crying because it's my first ever Olympic Games, and to be there, it will be just amazing, and I will be in tears. Yes, I know all my friends, my families, my fans, and everybody back home. I know I've been getting a lot of messages, and a lot of people have been commenting on my Facebook page. They just can't wait to watch me jump. And I just would like to say thank you to you all for your continuous support. And I know you all are looking forward to watch me jump at Tokyo Olympic Games. And yeah, just keep cheering for me on that day. That's all.
To be honest, for me cry. For me cry because it's like dream come true. I remember someone interviewed me 2017 ago, it was like 4 years ago, and then I'm asking me, what's your dream? Let me talk. My personal dream to play boxing is I want to go and stand in Olympic ring in boxing. So that was 4 years ago, and you know, dreams do come true. Whenever our years can go by, but still I'm back. So after 4 years now, I will represent the country in boxing.
Yeah, look, we do wish all these athletes all the best. Lawrence?
Yeah.
This is it. This is probably the time. I mean, I hope they sleep well. I hope they get the 8 hours of sleep before tomorrow, when the buzz of the opening ceremony will just be all over Tokyo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm listening and watching the 8 athletes speak about their dreams. John Ume, he rightly said there, dreams do come true. He's definitely going to be one that will inspire more boxers to box in Papua New Guinea. Just, I mean, you can see him, talk PC and Tuna, you know, he's just like, he's one of the guys. And if he can do it, you know, the Olympics is the pinnacle, as we've said all throughout. And man, you were just saying, Samantha, you had goosebumps just listening to all of that.
Yeah, you know, it's brought back a lot of memories from 2016. And I am reliving all those moments.
Yeah. Look, without further ado, we'll get on straight with the Pass the Flag challenge, the one I've been telling you all about. This next item, viewers, watch it and do send in your videos as well. Let's take a look.
Team PNG.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was what we were talking about. That was what we were telling you to send in for us to play as well. That's the Pass the Flag Challenge. Unfortunately, time has caught up with us. Samantha, if you have any last comments, I will give you this time.
Yes, please.
No, just thank you very much for having me. You know, PNG, let's all get behind the athletes. They need your support now more than ever. Let's support them and be proud of them that they're representing us.
Nice.
Nice. Lawrence?
Yeah, no, nicely said there, Samantha. And once again, on behalf of everyone here in Papua New Guinea, we want to wish all our athletes and also the Team PNG management who work behind the scenes to make sure that, you know, all the athletes and everything that they do is there and ready for their service. So, do please pass the flag. We want to see that all throughout the time of the Olympics. And don't forget, 9 p.m. tomorrow is the opening ceremony right here, live and free on your number one to watch, EMTV. Jeez, did that sound like a voiceover or something?
Well practiced. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, about the flag, if you're going to send it in and any other comments or story tips, please do contact us on 312-9229. You can email sports@emtv.com.pg or you can inbox us on our Sportscene Facebook page and leave your contact details or drop your Pass the Flag video there and every other information you want to share as well. So that's about it. This has been the special edition of Sportscene Team PNG Virtual Farewell right here on EMTV. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll join you same time, same place next week. Until then, bye for now.
Team PNG.